The election for the Davidson Community School Building Site and Sinking Fund was Tuesday. We have the results.
The DHS Student Council is looking for new leaders, where you can get an application.
The senior night girls lacrosse game was last night, and we have the highlights. DTV News starts right now.
After weeks of campaigning, the Davidson community officially voted no to a proposal for the Davidson Community Schools Sinking Fund. Good afternoon, Davison.
Just a little over 5,000 members of the community went out and voted on Tuesday. This was a close vote, with it only being decided by a little over 300 voters.
The Sinking Fund has been voted yes on for the past 3 decades, but has now been struck down. The fund allowed for Davidson Community Schools to allocate money for the repair and upkeep of buildings, classrooms, roofs, and more.
The 10th annual DHS Car Show will cruise on the campus next Wednesday, May 14th. Students will compete for trade school and technical college scholarships. It will go from 5 o'clock that evening until 8. If you have a hot rod, muscle car, or any other cool car, bring it out to the show and show it off.
If you want to be a leader, now's your chance. The DHS Student Council is accepting applications. Members help with the Homecoming, Spirit Week, fundraisers, give back to the community, Snowco, and more. You can get an application in Mrs. Pinn's room 314 or Mrs. Cottrell's room 266. Forms are due by May 16th. Class elections will be held May 29th. There are just 2 weeks left for us seniors. Here is a look at some important dates to keep in mind for the last days here in the high school. May 19th through May 22nd are senior exams, and the makeup days for exams will be Wednesday, May 21st. Caps and gowns will also be handed out on that day during lunch. In order to pick up your cap and gown, exit surveys must be completed, and all outstanding debts or fines owed to the school must be paid. The 22nd is the seniors' last day. On that day, the senior farewell and the Thompson walk back in time will both happen. If you are a senior and you want to perform at the farewell, sign up in Mrs. Abenage's room 212.
Tomorrow is the last day to check out library books for all juniors, sophomores, and freshmen. All seniors should have returned any library books they had yesterday. If you want to pick up those caps and gowns, make sure those books make it back to the library.
Tomorrow is the last day to sign up for your test outs. If you would like to test out of a class, you can sign up in the counseling office. Testing will happen in June.
Let's take a look at some club meetings to round out our week. The astronomy club meeting has been canceled for today. D&D meets in the library after school. The chess club also meets today and every Thursday. Just head to Mr. Wilcox's room 312. The fishing club will get together tomorrow in the construction trades classroom until 4. The Davidson Vex robotics team will host a kickoff meeting on Monday, May 12th. It will be held in room 117 of the All building and lasts about 45 minutes. It's open to anyone interested in joining the program. Coming up a bit later in weather, the weekend is looking promising for any cookouts or picnics being planned for Mother's Day.
Ooh, Mother's Day. Yes, Mother's Day is this weekend if you forgot. You better get on Amazon right now or break out the crayons and paint for a more personalized gift. Connor, do you remember?
You know I could never forget that. Yesterday was certainly a day to remember with those amazing sunny skies. Lots of people were out and about, including some Cardinal athletes. I'll have your highlights after the break.
People's History of the United States by Noam Chomsky. All right, and Noam Chomsky says in his first line,
Drop the vape before it's too late.
The girls' tennis team is coming off a 4-4 tie against Swartz Creek, and we're looking to get a win against Lapeer in the makeup match they had yesterday. The girls came up short and got shut out with a score of 8-0. Right now, they are in Midland for the SSVL finals. So far, Cadbury Mills has won her first match. Double teams, Kelsey Whalen and Kelsa Puzak won their first round matches along with Ariana McCain and Caitlin Buck. The girls lacrosse team played their senior night match last night against Holt here at home. The girls were on fire in the first half, having the lead. But in the second half, the girls lost that lead, ending the game with a final score of 16-6. Many sports happened last night, so let's take a look starting it off. The baseball team went to Bay City Central but ended up losing 7-1 in the first game and also losing 2-0 in the second. The softball team went against Oxford and came out with a win of 7-3, but a loss of a 4-3 game in the second. Away at Saginaw Heritage, the girls soccer team was dominating and won with a score of 8-0. Lastly, the boys lacrosse team played at the Cardinal Stadium against Holt, fighting long and hard, but came out with a loss of 15-2. Sports is jam-packed for the rest of the week, so let's take a look. Track is competing in the SVL Championship starting at 2 at Bay City Western. At 4, the baseball and softball teams both have away games against Carmen Ainsworth. Girls lacrosse travels the Powers to take on the Chargers at 6. Tomorrow, the track team is busy again with the Marysville Invitational at 2:30. Later on, the baseball team is hitting it to Fenton to compete at 7. Lastly, the boys golf team is traveling out to Polo Fields.
We had a fantastic day yesterday, but we got a stroke of bad luck with the temps dropping to 54 today. However, it ends tomorrow because it rises to the 60s, and then over Mother's Day weekend, it will be in the 70s. Let's check it out over at our weather wall here and see it today. It is a high of 54, low of 32, mostly sunny. Tomorrow, high of 63, low of 41. It's also going to be sunny that day. That's where it's going to start going up for us. Then on Saturday, those low 70s, high of 73, low of 43, mostly sunny. And then Mother's Day is looking perfect with the high of 74, low of 50. It's sunny that day too. Make sure to go outside, take care of your mom. And the current temp outside right now is 49 degrees, winds going east-northeast, and they're going at 5 miles per hour. I'll send things back to the desk.
Keep up with what's happening here at DHS, the Davidson community, and beyond by heading to our website, dtvnews.org. There you will find news articles, DTV specials, our social media handles, and so much more.
So these newscasts can get a bit wild, kind of like a circus. That reminds me, Tyler, if we were in a circus act, what would your role be?
In a circus
In
act?
the circus act, dude.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is out of left field, wasn't
I
it?
was that expecting.
Come up with something. Come on.
If I got mine. If I was in a circus act, I feel like I would be like the lion. You know that
The
like
lion?
the lion that's like in the cage, just like all mad, and then he gets let out and he does this thing. I've never been to a circus, but like I've watched a couple. Or I'll be what's the one elephant with big ears?
Dumbo?
Yeah, I'll be Dumbo. That's me.
What about you?
I never really thought about it, but now I'm thinking about it, I'd probably be a juggler because, like, you know, tossing stuff up. Yeah, you just saw it, yeah.
You know that like one mouse guy from Dumbo?
The mouse?
I'd be conducting you, bro. I'd be making you go through like hoops and stuff.
I don't want to go through hoops, Connor.
But
Dude. I came up with this question like 5 minutes before the news
Right.
scare.
What would you be though?
I would be, I already got this answer. You know the guys on the motorcycle in the big steel sphere and they just go round and round
Oh,
and round
no, that
and
sounds
round.
fun.
That sounds so much fun.
I want to be those guys now.
Those guys are really cool.
I don't want to be Dumbo anymore.
You wanna go? You change your answer.
I changed my answer to the guys on the motorcycles. So well, I'll probably end up falling off and go flying somewhere.
You probably would.
That'd be
alright,
fun.
you're alright.
That'd be fun.
I'm not a clown.
I'm not a clown.
We're not clowns.
Personally, I don't think I'm a clown.
What are you talking about? That's it from us, Davison. I hope you guys have a wonderful, beautiful, awesome day.